All right, guys, this is part 3 of the unboxing and review of the Rand Mcnally 1050 TND. I know a lot of you guys have been commenting on the first video on why I haven't done a part 3, so I really haven't had time. I'm kind of in the middle of a company transition from the first video that I made. I'm no longer over the road per se. I'm doing a dedicated run now, so I haven't really had time to kind of show you guys like a full review of the actual TND Rand Mcnally. I'm just going to go really quick through it this time and just kind of show you the basic stuff on the TND and see if it's something that works out for you or not. But as you can see, here's the main screen. This is the main menu. You'll have the navigation, which will be I'll go into that a little bit more detail right now, but let's go over the other stuff. You have the driver app here, which is more for like the owner operator guys. If you have a PeopleNet or some kind of Qualcomm that your company uses, or even a company driver, there's really no reason for you to be using this unless you just like to keep up or have 2 logbooks, I guess. Like you can do that or keep up with your hours. But I see this more working out for somebody that's a owner operator and not really a company driver. Let's go ahead and close that out and let's go ahead and check out the menu with the truck tools. Now this one's pretty cool. I really don't use this either. Like I said, right now I'm doing dedicated, so I kind of go to the same place, same truck stops. It's the same routine over and over. If anybody's ever done a dedicated run, you kind of know you really don't really have use for all this little stuff. But let me go ahead and go over it anyways for the owner operators out there. You have a unit converter in case you need to change from miles to kilometers, or you can even do a nanometer to yards or whatever. Quick planner. This kind of, you can do like a little pre-plan from your original, where you're taking off from and your destination, and if what kind of cost per mile you're trying to do with your fuel. You can input all that in here. I really don't use none of this. I just want to show you what it does have, in case it's something that you need or something you've been looking for. So I just want to open it up so you guys can kind of look at the options that you do have on this GPS. But let me go ahead and get out. So that comes to my second gripe about this GPS. Is as you can see, it's not going to be very stable if you do mount the actual GPS a little bit high on the windshield. It's just going to be very shaky, not very stable. And another thing is my mount did end up breaking, where it's got the little clips where it actually holds the mount. It did end up breaking from all the bouncing that my truck was doing. So if that's something that you were wanting to do, is put it a little bit higher on the windshield, you are not going to get very good footage out of it because it's just going to be bouncing all over the place. So my advice to you is, if you're going to go ahead and use this as a dash cam, is to go ahead and actually let it sit on your dash. That way the bottom of your dash holds it up for stability and it's not bouncing all over the place. Another thing, if you're going to be using this for like night camera, unless there's good street lights on the highway or wherever you're driving, you're not going to see very much. It looks pretty good here, but let me show you when there's no street lights at all, you are not going to be seeing anything at all. So here you go. Coming into Arlington, Texas, no street lights. As you can see, here comes the little star where it says welcome to Arlington, and you can barely even see that. So I mean, if this is what you're going to be using for night driving, I don't suggest you use it. I suggest you go ahead and buy yourself a dedicated dash cam. There's a lot better out on the market. where they actually record all the way to 4K, which is the way to go now, especially in low light settings like this. I mean, safety, right? Safety is what dash cams are for, and if you can't see not even 4 feet in front of you, there's no point in recording at night at all. So that's just something to think about. Unless, you know, you don't have a dash cam at all, then by all means, this is better than not having a dash cam at all. But during the day, it is great. Let me show you one more time and do another day shot here. I think I already showed you this one. It looks beautiful, beautiful sunset. Driving back home to El Paso, Texas. But as you can see, it's not very stable. But that's because I had it up on the windshield again, and it's just too bouncy. So, but I'm sure if I had it on the dash and let the GPS sit on the dash, you'll be okay. Okay, let's go ahead and go back. Let's go to the main event here. Let's go to the truck navigation, which is what we all bought this thing for, right? So, you know, your typical where to, Rand Mcnally you just go ahead and type in where you want to go. Like I said, I'm doing dedicated run right now, so I'm going to the same place over and over. I fuel in the same truck stop. I deliver in the same place. And so it's pretty repetitive and pretty boring, but for you guys that are doing the OTR, you just go ahead and type where you're going. Let me just go ahead and pick here. It's got a beautiful layout. Shows you the truck stops. Got a nice little picture of Love's. The good thing about this GPS, I really don't have another Rand Mcnally to compare it to. So I'm just going to go off of, like, this is the first time I've ever used a Rand Mcnally. Because I can't really speak for other Rand McNallys, but if I'm saying something that you guys already know, I do apologize for that. But on the previous GPS that I had, it was a Garmin, and it didn't have all these information on that Garmin. Where this is what I like about this GPS. It just doesn't give you the address. It also gives you a phone number where you can call in advance if you need to. If you need to fax something over there, you can go ahead and call them and get that information. Another thing that's pretty awesome about this GPS is if you hit here where it gives you more information, it's going to tell you exactly how many truck spaces are not available, but how many truck parking spaces are at that truck stop. But that would be cool, wouldn't it? If we're connected to Hotspot, that would be pretty awesome if it gave us an update on if there's even truck parking available for the night. But of course, that means that somebody would have to be monitoring the parking lot, and that's not something that Love's is going to be doing. But back to the information that this GPS will give you, besides the number of parking spaces at that particular Love's. Fuel, what kind of fuel, how many lanes, is it RV accessible, hazmat parking, and this is the cool part here. There's times where I want to stop at a Love's where there's a Subway instead of an Arby's. So here it actually tells you which restaurants are at this particular Love's, so you can decide for yourself if this is a good spot for you to go ahead and stop for the night. Also tells you if there's motels in the area, how many showers, as far as even up to shipping, if there's a FedEx drop-off, UPS drop-off, if there's a CAT scale there. It's just unlimited info here. So I think this is useful for a lot of us when we're on the road and we're trying to find a particular service. This is great. Let's go ahead and go back out. Let me go ahead and let's pretend we're headed to Love's, so that way I can show you guys the actual stops that you can add to this. So if you click on this little icon up here, it's going to give you an option where you could either see your route overview, maybe save it and maybe use that same route again the next time you head down that way. This is the part that we're going to be using the most, is at a stop, right? If we're trying to, let's say this is 600 miles down the road and you're trying to park for the night, you can always click on your parking, and this is where it gets interesting. If you're looking for a Walmart, there's the Walmart. If you're looking for a Petro, or you prefer to sleep at Petro, then you can go ahead and find the nearest Petro. And you do get the option to look at whatever's along the route or even nearby. So you want to do along the route because of course you don't want to go out of your way just to find parking. You just want to stay wherever you're going and spend the night maybe off the highway and get back on next morning and not lose any time. So and also if you're looking for a mechanic, something's wrong with your truck, this also shows you all the repair shops along the way, cat scales, weight, border. You can pick from all these, which is pretty awesome. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and get back out of that. Beautiful display, of course, 1080p, total miles to destination, ETA. Which is cool about this is another thing that just reminded me of. If you go ahead and add, like, let's say you add a stop here. Let's say you want to stop at, let's say at Walmart, right? Let's say that's your next stop. As you can see, it's pretty fast. This is the cool part. If you want to see your ETA to that Walmart, you just go ahead and click on the leg instead of the trip, and it'll give you the ETA to that Walmart. Now, if you want to put ETA from your Walmart, then to destination, and you want to know what it's going to take you to do both of those stops together, then you just click down here and change the leg to trip, and it will change to yellow, and that's how you know that this is the amount of time that it's going to take you to go to Walmart and then to your destination. So that's pretty awesome little feature that this GPS does. I don't know if every Rand Mcnally does have that or other GPSs have that, but I have noticed that this particular GPS does have that. What else can I tell you guys about this? As far as the fuel, weather, and traffic features that you can click on so you can see the weather, it is pretty accurate, but I found myself not to really care too much about it because honestly, I just like to know an estimated time of arrival. It seems to be more of a hassle with the traffic, because when I turn this on, my ETA seems to change quite a bit. I mean, and it's not even close. There's times where it says I'll be there at 7:26, and I turn the traffic on, and then all of a sudden it says 10 p.m. So it adds like 3 hours to my ETA. And I'm guessing it's because it's compensating for whatever traffic it's seen up the road or a couple of miles down the road. But I don't want my ETA to be changing constantly. I just want to know if I'm doing the speed limit and there is no traffic. I kind of want to know what's the closest ETA to that. I don't want to be guessing and wondering if it's going to be at 10, if it's going to be at 7:30, if it's going to be at 11. I just don't like that. So I turned off the traffic. So if that's something that you guys wanted to know on how accurate that is, I just don't find it very user-friendly, I guess you could say, because it's just not something that I want to be not knowing what time I'm getting to my destination. Because I've used the Garmin before, and the Garmin, once it tells me a destination and the time I'm going to get there, it's been pretty accurate, and it's never had to change very many times. So yes, it might fluctuate. You know, if I stop for the, get something to drink, of course it's going to add 20-25 minutes, however long it takes me to be at the truck stop. But I'm okay with that because I know it's just going to add the 20 minutes, and my ETA will stay pretty good after that. It's not going to be changing from 3 hours to 1 hour, and then all of a sudden it's back to 7:30, and then 10 minutes down the road it says 11 p.m. again. So it adds another 3 hours. So I don't know if it's just going off of like traffic 50 miles down the road and there's a accident, so now it's adding 3 hours to my ETA. Maybe that's what it's doing, but honestly I don't want to see that, and it just kind of throws me off. So that's just something to think about. It's pretty self-explanatory, you know. It's if there's anything that you guys want to know, and I can go over it the way I'm doing it now, go ahead and put it in the comments, and then I'll make a new video and I'll record it and show you exactly how it works, because I know sometimes you just don't want to buy the thing unless you know exactly what it's going to do or what kind of features it has, because I do know the return policy at Love's is if you do purchase this GPS from Love's, you won't get your money back. So if you're thinking of buying it and trying it out for a week and not like it and thinking that you're going to go back and get your money back, that's not how it works. Love's will credit you back, store credit, for you to purchase either another GPS or any other item from their store, but you won't be getting your money back. Just right now I'm kind of in a hurry because right now my truck's broke down and I need to be going back to the shop and kind of hurrying the guys up. So I just kind of wanted to make this quick little video so you guys can take a look at the GPS. It's kind of hard to go through every feature here because I mean it's got so many things that you guys can do on this thing. Like I said, just go ahead and put it in the comments and I'll record the next video so you guys can see it for yourself. Yeah guys, so far so good. I've had it reset on me maybe one time out of the 4 months that I've had it, and I think that was just because I think it had something to do with my memory card. I don't think it had anything to do with the actual software. So as far as to being stable, battery life is pretty good. Memory card that I threw on here is additional 64 gigabits. I guess that would be good for if you're going to be using your camera for, you know, as a dash cam. I don't know guys, anything else that you guys want to know, let me know and I'll make another video, okay? And I do apologize if there's something else that you guys wanted me to go over here. I just can't really think about it right now, but go ahead and leave it in the comments, and like I said, I'll do another video. I have no problem doing that. All right guys, happy trucking. Click on the notification bell so you guys can get notified for every video that I upload, and yeah, subscribe so that way I can do some more of these videos. And I do apologize that it's taken this long for me to go ahead and do this video, but yeah, let's go.